Hello everybody, this is Rockhound, and I want to do a quick tutorial today on this cool little semi-automatic cow farm that I came up with while I was fooling around with some of the new features of the 1.5 snapshots that have been coming out. So you will need one of those snapshots, or just have waited until 1.5 is out for some of this stuff to work. I'm on snapshot 13W06A. And let me show you how this works. So I've got what I call the breeding chamber here in front, where you see our cows jumping around. And if I breed them, you'll see quickly the little babies will be born, and they will pop right out from underneath this fence, and they'll come down to the end. They'll jump once, then they sink down into the water. Now, they will be fine down there. They are only 1 block tall now, which is why they can fit under that fence. And that water stream is being held up by those signs that you see down there in that ditch on the end. And they will wander around there. They'll be fine. And then after 20 minutes, when they become an adult animal, you'll see I'll spawn one here. We'll use as a test. They will suddenly become 2 blocks tall. The water will push them to the back row of the farm here, and after just a moment, we'll see that guy there is going to start taking drowning damage, and he will die. Drop all of his goodies into that row of hoppers, which will then feed right into this pickup chest at the end. And you'll just be able to come by and grab all the beef and leather. So that is how that works. And I think you can breed these about every 5 minutes, so you can get a pretty good supply of the babies down there waiting to go through. Now let's go ahead and build one of these so you can see how it's put together. I'm just going to come this way, and first thing you do is dig a hole. I'm obviously in creative mode, so I'm digging with a sword there. But you dig a hole too deep by 8 blocks long. So we've got there's 8, and you can make it however wide you want. You can go crazy with it as far as width goes, but we're just going to do 5 for the sake of this tutorial. And it seems to be a pretty good number as far as not really creating lag. I think the flowing water and the cows jumping like that, especially if you're right by them, can hear all the sound, can cause lag, so you may want to keep it to a small size. Anyway, once you have your 2 by 8 by however wide hole dug, you go down to the end and you dig another little ditch down here on the end. It's 2 wide and 1 deep, and jump down in there, and at the very back you dig down 1 more block, and you pick which side that you want the drops to be picked up on. You can be either side, and dig out 2 of those blocks and throw a chest in there, and then make your way back along that back with hoppers. I'm shift and clicking on the chest and then on the hopper that I placed previously. Once you have those in place, you just grab some signs here. There we go. Actually, I'm going to need those too. And place a sign on the side wall there, and then just make your way back across the row again, and I am attaching the sign to this other sign that I've previously placed, just to keep them in a nice row like so. Okay, that part's done. You come up here just on this first row up, and at the top you place fence posts all the way across. Go back to the front of the farm, place your water blocks, make sure it's a nice even flow of water all the way to the end, and we are almost done. Just place a row of 3 blocks here to cover that up again. Make sure not to block your water flow, just along the top. And that's the completed farm. Now we'll have to figure out a way to get to the drops, and you can just build a little stairway down. There's also some really cool ways that you can use droppers facing up now to channel your items up, so you can pick out whichever your favorite method is to get to those. And then you just have to get your cows into the farm, lure them in, and you should be good. Once they are bred, now the babies will make their way through, and then you just have to wait. Come by later, and the stuff will be in there in your chest. Now, one of the things you might want to do is not have the babies always go into this system, but maybe build up your supply of cows in this front part, and you can do a little something like this, and it's not that complicated. I've got a setup here where I can flip a switch, and those blocks come up, so the water would be flowing here from this edge, like so. And you can just stop it, and then let it go again whenever you want. Now that's pretty easy to set up. Let me dig down into that and show you how that's configured. There's probably better ways to do this, but this is just the way I came up with. That's pretty easy to put in place. So under that row you have sticky pistons facing up. Behind them you have repeaters facing all the pistons, redstone behind it, and then just work your way up like so. And turning this switch on will power this block, which hits this redstone, powers it, and all the pistons. Now you may have to get fancy if you're wide enough and you use this mess. If you use this mess, the redstone signal will get weak enough after about 15 blocks that it won't power the pistons anymore. You'll have to work a repeater into the setup. But that is it. Oh, one more thing. If you use this and have these all set up, make sure, what did I do? I blocked something. There we go. Oh, jeez. Okay, that's all put back together now. But if you're using this, make sure along the edge here where the fences go to put a couple blocks, because the cows can and will get stuck on this little ledge here next to the fence, and we'll give them enough height to jump out and run away. So just a warning, it has to be a little bit taller if you're going to use a piston system to be able to shut the flow of water off into the little kill chamber there. And that's it, a semi-auto cow farm. Now you see those, they just work their way back, and then you just have to wait your 20 minutes. So there it is. I hope that was useful, and if you find it interesting or helpful, give me a like or a subscribe. I'd appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you later.